Day 1. My name is Banquo. I am a general in King Duncan's army. Currently a bloody war with my partner Macbeth has raged on. I have decided to begin writing a journal to catalogue our war efforts. The war has been going well for us lately. I can continue to command our troops, while the brave Macbeth continues his heroic deeds. Now appointed the Thane of Cawdor, Macbeth continues his great efforts to stop the war with me at his side. With the great Macbeth on the battlefield and me, Banquo, the unbeatable general, there is no possibility that we lose. Day 2. Hello, Journal. An odd thing happened today. A group of 3 strange women began reciting Macbeth's name as if he were king. When I asked them what compelled to do such a thing, they began hailing me as well. I'm extremely suspicious of this. The war rages on, and Macbeth, if he is to be king, Duncan must die, and that is what scares me. Day 3. The battle has been in our favor for some time now, even to the point where Duncan has suggested that we return to the castle. I was enjoying our victories as we took our rest, but Macbeth seemed oddly nervous, breaking into cold sweats when he wasn't talking to someone, as if debating an odd action. I wish to ask what bothers his soul, but I do not have the courage to ask, as I fear I know what it already is. Day 4. Another odd occurrence. Macbeth was awake past midnight, the day before a battle as well. I was taking a stroll with Fleance when we ran into him. I did admit to him that the night prior I dreamt of the odd women, but Macbeth explained that he hadn't thought of them since. I don't believe him, not one bit. I fought alongside this man for years of my life on end. The greatest bonds are created from the clash of steel. I gave him a gem to commend his efforts and gave him a reassuring smile. I hope that he trusts me enough to tell me the truth, but it doesn't seem that he will. Day 5. Dear God, Duncan, our good king, has been murdered. It happened deep into the night. Strangely enough, Macduff informed me that my brother-in-arms Macbeth had murdered the guards out of a blind fury. That will need to be investigated, but prior to the investigation, I must go ride with Fleance. Unfortunately, but understandably, Donalbain and Malcolm have fled the country. I pray for their safety. If it wasn't them who killed Duncan, I know who it was. Day 6. Due to their absence, Malcolm and Donalbain now fleeing to different countries, Macbeth has been appointed king. I don't like this. While everyone suspects the sons of committing the crime, it seems to me as if Macbeth has been acting extremely strange. I have a feeling he's lying. He and his wife invited me to dinner. I accept and hope that my fears of poisoned banquets are false. However, I must ride with Fleance for more information. I promised I would be back to eat with them, but in all truth, I don't want to. I have a feeling Macbeth is plotting something, but I do hope my suspicions are false. Day 7. As I write this, me and Fleance are on the road now. Our horses trot along slowly. I can see ahead of us a small group. I will write when we finish our conversation with them. I don't know what day it is anymore. Where am I? A dark void, just blackness, and in the middle of the void, a journal. I sit here confused, not knowing what happened. My head throbs. Blood gushes from my limbs. I feel no pain, however, but I can feel gashes across my body. I remember Fleance fleeing on horseback as I yelled for him to avenge me. Avenge the dead? Dead. Why does that sound familiar? I'm dead. Day 9. I know it was false hope for me to trust Macbeth, but I knew that man prior to the 3 hags that had plagued his mind. I trusted he would choose the right path, but as I look at the world from the line between life and death, my now purgatory until I see Macbeth die, before my final rest, he's a tyrant. I plan to make my final appearance to my lifelong friend, whether it be to tease him or to see if behind his eyes I can still see the same man I used to know. Day 10. The time presented itself. Macbeth hosted another banquet. I conjured my spirit, walked into the room, staring at Macbeth as I sat on the throne. Oh, the fear in that man's eyes. I couldn't see my friend anymore, sadly. But I did take some amount of solace, smirking as I saw a murderer and a coward. Macbeth began yelling, as Lady Macbeth tried to calm him down. I now watch the beginning of the end of the tyrant, the end of my friend.